Welcome to 48 in the Movie. My name is Memo. I'm joined today by Adrian, Nick, and JoJo, who does not have a camera yet, but hopefully next time he will have a camera.
I'm working on it.
It's been a while since we've done a show. It's been since our.
I thought you guys were ignoring me.
It's been a while since our great promise of Halloween episodes.
Oh my gosh, I feel like we do this every year where we're like, hey, we're gonna do something amazing for Halloween, and then we all get like super busy, and then don't do anything. And then we have like one episode.
It turns into like basically the last week of school, or not the last week of school, near the last month, you know?
Yeah.
And then stuff just happens, and then the holidays are coming up, and it gets pretty intense. So,
No.
Sorry, very, very sorry for that. We apologize. Hopefully, we'll be able to keep a schedule coming up this next couple weeks.
No.
It was JoJo's fault.
Yeah,
It was my fault.
JoJo,
I know, dude. I take full responsibility, and I will do better.
Thank you. So we're gonna have to make a public statement later.
Yeah, well, I'm about to make a public statement. So yeah, JoJo's gonna be our new fourth idiot now. So,
Gang, gang.
Wow, wait, who? Oh,
It's
me. I was like, who's the? We don't speak of his name.
Yeah. Actually, this is the first time I'm telling JoJo that he's the next idiot. So.
Hey, dude!
Yeah.
Congratulations,
Hey.
bro.
Welcome, JoJo.
Hey.
We'll have
Thanks.
You're
officially an idiot.
Yeah.
I mean, I've always been an idiot, but now to be an official idiot is just the worst.
Now you don't have to worry about it,
thing.
dude. You don't have to ask yourself, "Am I an idiot?" Nah, you are.
Am I a fake idiot? No, I'm a true idiot.
We should get those shirts, dude.
We should.
We should, dude.
We should wear like
idiot.
duntenses every single time we're on. Yeah, JoJo. So welcome. Thank you for.
Thank you.
Thank you for accepting. Even though I know I just kind of sprang it on you right now, but.
No, you're good.
So yeah, on this week's episode, we'll be doing a general catch up of all the stuff we've seen. I have about 15 movies that I could talk about.
That you've watched since the last one.
Yes, I actually went through all the Halloween stuff that we were going to watch for one of the episodes.
Hey, that's hot. Me too, dude.
I have all those backlogged. So yeah, we'll just go off the cuff and figure out what we're going to talk about today. We'll do that, and then we'll do movie news, and then we have a review of Dark and the Wicked. That's what it's called, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's something we watched, 2 weeks ago?
Yes.
3 weeks ago, I think. So we'll review that as well. It's a new movie released by Shudder Productions. So should be interesting. Okay, so let's see, who do I start with? JoJo.
Yeah.
What's something you want to talk about?
Because you don't have a camera.
So that's true. Yeah. No. So I saw 2 movies between the last podcast and now. The first one was a movie called Scare Me, and it's also on Shudder. And it's a horror comedy directed by Josh Rubin, who did a ton of College Humor stuff. Super talented improv comedian, just super impressive. I think he's the next Robin Williams. I'll be bold.
Wow. Damn.
He's so fucking funny. But it's about this writer who goes to a cabin to write. He's trying to write this werewolf action horror book, and he meets a successful writer played by Aya Cash, who I absolutely love. She's great. And they start telling each other scary stories in this cabin after, of course, the power goes out, and it just kind of escalates from there. And it's so funny. It's really, it's not scary per se, but there is wonderful tension made in the movie. And then the other movie I saw was Possessor Uncut.
I see.
Which we reviewed, actually.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I'm a little late to the party, but I was initially confused at first. Like, my initial reaction was, "Oh, this is just Inception for adults." And so I was really impressed with the gore. I really loved how it relished in its violence. I really dig that. I was confused. I had an inkling of why the story ended that way, but I just needed it further explained, and my suspicions were correct. And I really dug it. I think I might have to watch it again just to fully appreciate it. But yeah, Scare Me on Shudder is a good time, and Possessor is also a pretty good time.
Yeah, no, I think me and Adrian fucking loved Possessor, right, Adrian?
Oh yeah, dude, I fucking love it, man.
Yeah, I remember, Nick, you're kind of like, you liked it, but you're kind of weird about it. Is that correct?
Yeah, no, I thought it was good. I thought it was fine. I definitely didn't like it as much as you guys, but I thought it was good.
Well, we had the theater experience, Memo.
Yeah, and you know what? I think I might be in the same boat as Nick, because my initial response was okay. I guess, and I think after like reading explanations, and I think a theater experience would have been a lot better.
Yeah.
But the theater that played it closest to me is like 45 miles
Oh shit.
Well,
north.
well, Jojo, when you get
And I don't have a car.
when you get your Oculus, you can be in a theater experience.
That's true. No, that's true. So what is it? There's an app on the Oculus Store that does like screenings, and I think the most recent screening was Interstellar.
Well, okay, so Adrian, you don't know this, but you're about to find out. So I actually have
shit.
an Oculus Quest 2 now.
Dude, I'm gonna come over now.
Yeah, and Amazon Prime has an app, and so does Netflix,
Oh, that's hot.
and it puts it like on a screen like you're in a movie theater kind of a thing. So actually, that's probably an interesting conversation. Maybe we could have it later on if we run out of things to talk about. Specifically, me and you, Joe, because I was watching the VR experience, and you know the quality could be a little bit better, right? Like it's not 4K or anything, but
Yeah.
it really felt like I was in a movie theater. And I know, like Nick, you usually talk about how you have issues with like sometimes you get distracted with stuff, right? When you put these on, it's like that's it. Like you're in there again. It's like you're at the actual movie theater, and it just like blocks everything else out, kind of a thing. So it's really nice.
Hey, were you watching it lying down or sitting up? What's up?
I was sitting down on my bed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I had like my back on like the pillows and stuff, and I was just watching it, kind of a thing. And you could like restructure. You could like put where the screen's at.
What?
So like if you like lay down, you could put it up in the ceiling. You know, it's in front of your eyes, but like technically it's up in the ceiling, kind of a thing.
That's cool.
So yeah, you can play with it. And you can like make it go farther backwards or forward, kind of a thing. So.
Hey, so have you looked at other stuff besides
Oh my
movies
god!
and
Okay,
stuff?
Adrian,
I meant like
conversation for
YouTube videos, bro. Wow. Like, you know, if you're watching a football game, you know, are you in
let's
it?
say this. The first thing I did with my Oculus, because I was poor, was I looked at videos all over my Oculus. Okay,
Oh, shit.
she's poor like that.
I want to come over.
I don't know how I feel about somebody using my Oculus for this kind
Wow.
of things,
So
I
before
know.
we went on this show, Memo was like, hey, man, you can
No,
come
dude,
use
just
my
be a bro.
PS5.
Just be a bro,
Hey, man,
dude.
You can come use my Switch. You can use whatever.
you got mad at me before the stream about this. Nah, I mean I could show you a couple of videos. It's a pretty interesting experience.
Oh,
honestly.
yeah.
So
No, I get my Oculus either Wednesday or Friday this week, and I am very excited. I did a payment plan through GameStop with Klarna.
Hey, so how much you got to pay a month?
sponsor us.
Sponsor us. So I have to, so my first payment was on Friday, and that was $167, and then the next 3 paydays it's gonna be $81, and it'll be paid off by like January.
I guess that's not bad.
Yeah. Oh, I'm excited.
It's not
Gonna be a good
bad.
time.
Also, to the people listening to this, I got a PS5. Just thought I should put that in there.
You're going to let people borrow it too?
He's
or
got that
what?
money.
Moving on. Okay, so
Memo lives at.
can you imagine?
Come over to Memo's Rentals.
I know this is a movie podcast, but I actually saw a TikTok where this girl was. Sorry, I know that sounds ridiculous. Hear me out. Okay, she's recording herself doing a dance, right?
Oh, yeah.
And then she hears a door open, and she like freaks out. And it turned out a guy was trying to like go in through her patio door, and she was recording the TikTok dance and recorded the whole like interaction. And that's what I'm scared of now. And I was looking at my PS5 and I was like, somebody's going to come through my, it's a balcony door. Somebody's going to come through my balcony door and like try to steal my PS5 while I'm asleep.
It's just me, bro.
I know, dude. I sleep naked, so be warned. You will get a show when you come in here.
He does sleep naked.
Yeah.
I've seen it. I'm like, oh.
He's seen it plenty of times.
Oh, plenty of times.
A bunch of times.
It's okay, we're cousins. Oh, wait.
That doesn't make it okay. Anyways,
Oh,
moving
no.
on. Moving
What are you
on.
doing, step bro?
Possessor, yeah, we recommend it. It's on demand now, right? Everywhere.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
I like how we're talking about VR and then like
Yeah.
Possessor, like there's
Yeah.
a little VR scene.
Honestly, dude,
Yeah.
it's like it connects.
It's so good.
Yeah, usually, so like, okay, so again, just reiterating, I got a PS5, and it feels next gen, right? Like it feels like it's the future. Well, no, let me put that. It feels next gen, like it feels like an upgrade from the PS4, but it doesn't feel like the future. Like it doesn't feel like futuristic, you know?
Like this doesn't feel groundbreaking.
Yeah, when I put on the headset, it feels like this is like the beginning of something new. You know, like this is
that's
where we're
hot.
gonna go later on in life.
Yeah.
And to be honest, it's kind of terrifying.
Yeah.
Specifically with the videos Adrian's talking about.
I'm
It's
talking about
terrifying
football, bro.
how real.
You know what?
these
I
are.
think that might be a great here to plug another podcast. That might be a good topic for Simpson Stones.
Wait, are you talking about what I think you're talking about? Because like,
Oh yeah, dude.
I could go on. We could have like 10 episodes. you
Okay,
know, 'cause-
we're on movies. We're not on that part of the industry right now.
Dude, top 10?
As soon as we bring up the podcast that Memo doesn't run, he's like, okay, we got to
What
move
are
on.
you
Dang.
I'm a co-host on that podcast.
He's a little. Hey, it's because guys, it's because Simpson Stones gets more views on YouTube, like 5 more views than 4 Idiots in a Movie. So Memo is a little.
We get
jealous.
more. We get
It's-
more listens on Spotify though.
That's
Hey,
not important. The
that's
important
hot.
thing is YouTube.
That's actually hot.
We
That's
actually
not
get
important.
paid from Spotify.
Oh.
Yeah, YouTube won't pay us yet because we don't have 1,000 subscribers.
No.
I know. Like and subscribe,
I
guys.
like and subscribe.
So we can beat Jake Paul in boxing.
There was there's a great joke. It was Jake Paul basically told him like and subscribe when he knocked out Nate Robinson.
I heard that.
Oh really?
Yeah. Don't
All right,
forget to like and
we're
subscribe.
getting off track. All right, let's go back to movies. Possessor. Okay, who wants to go next?
No.
Nobody. Okay, I'll go next.
Oh, I'll go next.
Oh my god. Okay.
I'm just kidding. I'm
No,
just kidding.
I have a bunch of movies to go through, so I'm just gonna like
All right, do it,
speed
dude.
run through most of these.
Show and tell.
I'll speed run through the Halloween movies, and y'all could chime in on how you feel about them.
Okay.
Yeah, dude.
I saw the first Nightmare on Elm Street.
I love that.
I haven't seen it.
Okay, I had never seen it before either, Jojo. I will say it is super fun.
It's a fun movie, man.
Yeah, like it works on every level still.
That's hot.
I saw that one. I saw the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the original. I resaw it. I've seen that
That's
one
hotter.
multiple times. I saw Scream 1,
Love it.
Halloween, the first one,
Love it more.
and then Friday the 13th.
It's all right.
Those are the 5 ones that I saw for Halloween stuff last month. And I remember when we were going to rank them. Right. So let's just do that real quick.
Fuck it, dude. Let's go.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
You know? How would
right.
y'all rank these?
All right, who you want to go first?
As a group consensus. No, as a group consensus.
Oh,
Let's just rank these. Okay,
all right,
so we have-
obviously we're putting Friday the
Probably
13th on the bottom because I feel like not everybody likes that.
Yeah. The thing with Friday the 13th is
It's part 1. You know, like
I haven't seen all of them, but from my understanding, they actually don't get good until the third one.
well, see, that's the thing.
Which
It's
is
like
so weird.
It's all
Yeah.
about Jason, but he doesn't even come out until part 2, and he doesn't even get his hockey mask until part 3. So it's like
yeah.
nothing really builds
So
up until after that for people.
I heard something interesting. So on Red Letter Media, they were talking about the original Friday the 13th,
Yeah.
and they talked about how like it became a trope for like teenagers to die, and then like they're usually like having sex and they're all like horny and stuff. But they mentioned how that's weird how that became a trope because Friday the 13th is sort of the one that started that.
Yeah.
But in the movie, it's not really a trope. It wasn't really a reason why. It wasn't really a reason to like show TNA the way that
Other ones.
B movie horror movies did that. It was actually part of the plot because Jason died
While they were fucking.
because so that's why the mom is getting revenge on like horny teenagers. It wasn't like a trope. It was something sort of serious. So then it sort of became that, which I thought was kind of like an interesting
That's
thing
funny, man.
that I don't think anyone points out. Yeah. But yeah, that's like, I think that's like the worst movie.
Yeah, no, it definitely is.
I mean, like,
I think it's because it's just sort of it was made to be like a B movie thing. It wasn't trying to be anything cool like Nightmare on Elm Street or Scream or Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which were trying to be something super cool and unique and wanted to set themselves apart. It was just trying to be like everything else.
I think you're right, dude. Like how we say, like part 1 is just the mom, and if you've never seen these, sorry, spoiler. And then part 2 comes out. Jason comes out, but he just has a sack on his head. So it's like, who thought about? I don't know if they got the inspiration from like seeing other films, like maybe like Halloween, to like we need to put like a mask on this guy so he could look like iconic.
I don't know.
I mean, a hockey mask was cool. Like it's very iconic now. But I just feel like after part 3, that's when it like took off. But then again, like the movies after that were like, you got Jason Takes Manhattan.
I think Friday the 13th is so weird. It's such a weird series.
It's a weird series.
I can't believe it's popular.
He like came back from the dead like so many times from like unnatural causes.
Doesn't he go to space at one point or something?
Jason X.
Yeah, he did. Jason X.
Oh man.
So I agree with you guys. That's probably the worst one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not.
I still have fun
watched
with them.
it. Yeah, I think after the first one are a lot more fun. I've only seen like a couple of them here or there. Specifically like on Sci-Fi when they run those every Halloween. I watch them like in passing. And those will feel a lot more fun than the first one.
Have y'all seen the most recent one when they like remade it and they kind of like crammed in 1, 2,
Rob
and 3?
Zombie?
No, fool. He didn't make it, did he?
Oh, he did Halloween.
He did Halloween.
My bad.
It's from the guy from Supernatural.
Jason Derulo.
No, not Jason Derulo. Jared Polanski. I can't remember his last name.
Polanski.
But yeah, y'all never saw it. I think it was like in 2009, and they kind of like try to cram in 1, 2, and 3 together. And
oh really? No.
Yeah, it was alright. It's whatever.
It's like the Michael Bay one, right? Or the Michael Bay produced one.
Did he really produce it? Are you fucking with me?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's produced by Michael Bay.
Oh, okay. I can't remember, but it came out around the same time that like when they did Nightmare on Elm Street again. Have y'all seen that one either? No.
Yeah, I've seen that
No.
one. I've seen
Yeah,
that one.
the one with Jackie Earle Haley.
Yeah. Watchmen.
Yeah. It came out around the same time, but yeah, I don't know. I was just
Jared Padalecki.
Hey, I was close, bro.
Yeah, that's his name.
So I wonder if the popularity of Friday the 13th started because so many like actors started their career on it. Like Kevin Bacon was like super young when he came out in it, and then like Corey Feldman also came out in one of the later ones, and and it was before they were like really huge.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if it was like.
I mean
if that's what sort of led to the popularity.
That brings up another like topic, like like a lot of like actors started off in like these horror movies. Like I mean, Johnny Depp came out in Nightmare on Elm Street. He wasn't like a main character, but he came out in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Speaking of Nightmare on Elm Street, where would you?
Okay.
What comes after Friday the 13th?
Okay, what's 4?
Wait. Okay, so we have 4 more left. What are the 4 left?
Scream, Halloween, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Nightmare on Elm Street.
Ooh.
Okay.
I feel like.
So I know we're gonna disagree on this.
Yeah, we probably will.
I feel like it has to be Halloween.
Oh really?
Oh man, I don't know about that, dude.
I thought you were gonna put Scream there.
Nah, Scream should be like 3 or 2 because it like kind of like
See the problem with Halloween. There's this weird thing, and people call it dated, but I think it's something more than that. When you're the first one to do something, and then when everyone else, and then when they copy it to the extent that it's annoying. Like I remember this with like the Bourne movies, like the Bourne Identity and stuff. I rewatched them like a few years ago, and I remember like not enjoying them as much as I did like
when we were
growing
kids.
up. Yeah, but because the shaky cam was super annoying.
Yeah.
But not because they did it wrong in the Bourne Identity, but it's because after that you had movies like Taken and all these shitty action movies do shaky cam so annoyingly that it's like, okay, this is sort of annoying to watch now because everyone just sort of did it after that. But you're the first one, and it was super cool and novel when you did it. Mm-hmm. So that's why Halloween, it's like,
for you, that's where it's at.
Yeah, and not because the movie's bad or because it's just like it's sort of the one that started it all.
And people have been molding off of it and everything.
Yeah, and I think that's why I enjoy it the least. And and that's how I'm sort of ranking these. Not if it was like the most important, like then maybe I would put it a little bit higher. But because of that, I'm just like, I don't know. There are others on this that I think do things better than this one. Which it sucks because this one spawned all the other ones. You know what I mean?
No, yeah.
But
I feel you.
I sort of reluctantly put it there.
Okay. So Nick made his case. All right. My number 4, and we have to decide as a group, of course.
Yeah.
My number 4, I think, is Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
I agree with you on that one. Only because I don't know. For me, it's kind of like for Halloween. I don't know. That might be my number 1. Maybe. I don't know. But only because, they've been trying to remake all these horror movies and it never works out. I mean, obviously with Halloween, they did the Rob Zombie ones and people were kind of weird about them. I'm not going to lie. So it was kind of hardcore. I liked them.
I like the Rob Zombie.
I like them. They're pretty fun.
I've seen a little bit of them.
They're really gory. It's hot. And then, you got this new one that just came out 2 years ago. And it was such a fucking success. And it was really great. And they're making another one. I'm excited. Halloween has been able to keep relevancy to a good critique to where it's really good, to where Texas Chainsaw Massacre, they've tried it so many times and it's been whatever. Same thing with Friday the 13th on all these other ones.
And as a standalone movie, just the first one, I find myself having the least amount of fun during Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
I'm definitely grossed out a little bit, and I get the appeal to it, but I just don't find it that fun. I do like it the movie a lot, and I've rewatched it multiple times. But that's my thing for number 4. And I guess the way we'd figure this out is we'll do it by numbers, even though we're even here.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess we'll figure it out.
We'll see what JoJo says.
Yeah.
What
JoJo, what do you think, man?
I would tell you what I think if I've seen any of them.
All right, JoJo's out.
All right, JoJo's study. Okay, so now there's just 3 of us. At least it's an odd vote.
I haven't seen any of those.
Hey man,
I think
you haven't even seen Scream.
You haven't seen Scream, bro?
Showed you Scream.
I think we started Scream and then we went into Scary Movie.
Sounds terrible.
Oh God,
atrocious.
Damn, Emma, what did you show him?
I don't believe that was me. I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah.
But I mean, it definitely could be.
So yeah. Hey. No, I see what y'all are saying with Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I would say that that movie still stands the test of time, even on its own. I mean, the fact that you still feel gross watching it, Memo, is kind of that's kind of cool. It's like a movie from the 70s, and you still have that griminess to it. So that tells me that it's still super unique, which compared to Halloween. That's why I put Halloween here. It's it doesn't feel as unique as Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which is
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, if we don't have okay, me and Adrian, I mean, you cool with putting Texas Chainsaw Massacre here?
Yeah, dude. I thought we overruled Nick.
We're about to have another. We're going to have the argument about Halloween a little
later.
Yeah, because Adrian wants to put it first, and I don't think it's first.
Yeah.
Well, then I know what you think is first.
So let's put Texas Chainsaw Massacre at 4 because I think it's probably 3. So I don't think it matters that it's at 4.
Let me see. I'm guessing right now, Memo. Your number 3 is Nightmare on Elm Street.
My number 3 is Halloween.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Adrian's
no, it's cool. Well, it's funny because Nightmare on Elm Street and Scream, it's from the same director.
Yeah,
right? They're both Wes Craven.
I'll put it like this: Nightmare on Elm Street, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and Halloween are interchangeable for me for the most part. Now for the method of ranking, I will like fight people on it, right?
Yeah.
But my number one is automatically Scream.
I knew it.
I agree. I actually agree with you, Mel.
I was gonna put Scream and Halloween were tied for me because Scream. I like Scream a lot because Scream changed the game a lot. You know.
Yeah.
And I think it's really cool because like Wes Craven was the one that brought it out too, but he was also in charge of Nightmare on Elm Street. So I won't argue with you if you think Scream is number one because Scream. It changed the game, and I'm not gonna lie. I like all the sequels after Scream. They're fun as fuck. Even Scream 4 was fucking awesome.
Yeah, you know, people need to stop shitting on Scream 4.
I don't know why. I thought it was like, I thought it was good. Like, what did you want from it? What did you?
Yeah, like it doesn't have the same allure as like Scream. I mean, they're trying to do like all the technology stuff in there.
Yeah.
Hell, a motherfucker almost has like a Google iCast thing at one point.
Yeah.
You know, like I mean, they're trying to integrate it. Like, how do you make a movie like this for like you're always on your phone? You know?
Yeah.
But it's still fucking fun.
Yeah.
It's still fun as hell.
And like, I haven't seen Scream the series, but I actually hear it's kind of fun.
It's fun.
Know? Yeah. So, going off of what I was saying earlier, how like Halloween has been able to stay like relevant and stuff. I think Scream still stands at it too. Even if they made a part 5, I'd be interested. I don't know if they will or what.
Which they're working on.
They're working on
part 5.
So, you know, that's cool. I agree. I think Scream could be number one. If you want a number one, I'm fine with that. I feel the same way with Halloween with it. They both have equal love.
Okay. Okay, so we have at number 5. Let's go through it again because I'm kind of lost.
Number 5 is Friday the 13th.
Yes.
Number 4 is Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah.
Okay.
Adrian got overruled, and number 3 is Halloween.
Yeah.
Because it's 2v1. And then second is Nightmare on Elm Street.
Okay. So let's talk a little bit about Nightmare on Elm Street because we kind of skipped it and then jumped straight into Scream.
So it's my first time ever seeing it this past month. I've actually seen the sequels more than I've seen the first one. Yeah, and that's just, again, the fact that the sequels were more on sci-fi than the original.
That's true.
I don't know why that is. Maybe the original is more expensive. And then I started watching Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2. I watched the first scene of the second movie, the bus scene, and I thought it was terrible, and I turned it off. But, okay, so the first one, my first time watching it, you know, I was just surprised by how well made it was. And I think that was the biggest thing that I was surprised by. And like these other movies, like Halloween's well made for the most part, you know, but it still feels kind of schlocky. It still doesn't feel like it was made by like a studio, you know? And Nightmare on Elm Street feels like it was made by a studio. I'm not entirely sure if that's the case. I don't remember what.
I think
it was like, wasn't it New Line Cinema?
Yeah, but I think they were about to go like out of business or something.
Oh shit! So they saved their business.
Something like that. I have to look that up, but y'all talk about it while I look it up. But yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah,
has one of the greatest death scenes I've ever seen with the bed.
Which one? Ah, dude, that one's hot, dude. Yeah,
I fucking love it. I love everything. I love I always forget his name. Freddy Krueger, the guy who plays him.
Oh, Robert Englund, man.
Robert Englund.
Fantastic. Dude. Absolutely fantastic. I love how it plays on the idea of what's real and what isn't. And I think this is I don't remember all the rest of them, but I think this is the one that does it the best, where it plays on that idea so well.
Yeah, because in the other ones you can tell what's not real and what, but this one, like you said, it does. It makes you think.
It fucks with your head. It's so fucking good. Yeah,
and I agree with you, Memo. How you said like the first one's the style, it's very different from the other ones going forward, and you can tell. You know, that's what makes it so unique. Part 1, but yeah, the sequels and stuff after that, it's more for fun, I think, and I think Robert Englund really makes those because he comes out in them. So he makes those movies, even though some of them are alright. I will say, I think it's Part 3, Dream Warriors. That one's really cool. I like that one a lot. I had fun with that as a kid.
And then there's also New Nightmare.
Wes Craven's A New Nightmare. That one is really good. I think it's kind of like a transition from like it was Nightmare. He made New Nightmare, and then from there he went on to Scream because New Nightmare felt a lot way more like whoa. It was different from everything else. So yeah, man.
Yeah, I mean, I think just from the concept itself, it just hasn't been replicated. I mean, it's just a genius concept. I mean, you know, we all talk about how like we all get scared to go to sleep after watching a horror movie, and this is like Wes Craven's just like, yeah, what if we make a horror movie where you can't go to sleep? Like that's genius. That's super smart.
It's awesome, man.
And then, I mean, I don't think enough can be said about Robert Englund. I mean, it just can't be replicated. I mean, no other horror movies go for like a talky, sassy villain. You know, like everything is like a stoic, like straight, like walking. You know,
I'm scary. I'm
like,
gonna kill you.
Serious, serious villain. Nobody has been able to do like. I know Hellraiser has like kind of done something a little bit, but like nobody's been able to do anything like
as big
like
as
Nightmare
this.
on Elm Street and has made as iconic of a villain as him. I mean, I think he's the best out of like the main ones just because he's so unique and different.
Yeah, and everybody knows him,
so.
you know, and everybody loves him. And no offense to like the new Nightmare they made. I mean, I like Jackie Earle Haley as an actor, but I was just like, I don't know if you could replace Robert Englund, man. Like he made that role too good.
Yeah, I love Jackie Earle Haley, and I think that was probably the best casting could have done, but it just wasn't enough. But yeah, like, yeah, I totally agree. Just with Freddy himself, it's just
like if you're gonna watch
iconic.
these movies, everybody usually says, "I watch them for Freddy." You know, you don't watch them for the story because the story gets kind of crazy too. 4 and 5.
Yeah. This is the first movie New Line produced.
Wow.
Yeah. Before that, they had just distributed movies, and this is the one they decided to take a chance on.
Damn. Well, kudos to the guy that said we should give this the green light.
It had a budget of $1 million.
Wow.
Wow. I think that's a lot in those times, though.
Well, yeah,
right?
for
like
the
that's like
80s
a huge.
and shit.
I think that's a huge amount for a horror movie.
Yeah.
Especially a horror movie, because in those times it was like that's why they look so schlocky, because they're like, yeah, we're just gonna give you a little bit of money, and then we're just gonna get this massive return.
Yeah.
So I think the fact that they put in $1 million is like a huge deal, because I don't think anyone made big budget horror movies at the time.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cool stuff behind this movie. Even like some of the origin stories of it, of how he thought of the idea of it. So I don't know if you guys have ever heard of like sudden death syndrome. I think it's what it's called.
Oh yeah.
Where you just like basically go to sleep and die.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And that's where he basically got it from. It was from these I think it was these soldiers from Vietnam or something like that. From some war. I don't remember what war it was. And they basically came back and they had Asian death syndrome is what it's called. And that's where he got it from, because people were just dying in their sleep randomly. Like perfectly healthy men who just had like mental issues.
Yeah.
You know, and they would just die. That's something interesting to look up to as well, because Wes Craven has an interview about it on YouTube that you could check out.
Oh, that's cool.
So, okay, we got a little off track by there, but that was fine. I still have a bunch of movies. Okay, so 5 Friday the 13th, 4th Texas Chainsaw Massacre, 3 Halloween, 2 Nightmare on Elm Street, 1 Scream. I think people will have issues with this list.
Oh, of course, because some people like to think that how Nick was saying, you know, people like to copy it and stuff, but some people like the original to the point where it's like, no, it's the best. Yeah. But it's like you got to take into account how can you still, you know, change the game, you know?
I think yeah, and I think Scream has to be one just because. I mean, it's the deconstruction of the genre. It's the movie that finally brings the genre full circle. You know, and it's like what The Irishman did with the mafia movie, and what Unforgiven did with the Western movies. It's like it was the pinnacle of what you could do with a horror slasher movie with an iconic villain. Yeah. And that's why I think it has to be number one. I mean, it still stands the test of time. It still has amazing characters. It still does everything so perfectly well. And plus it does this amazing, you know, parody slash, you know, whatever of the genre. I think that it has to be one. It has to be one.
Yeah, I agree completely.
Because of that.
Judge, you need to watch Scream, dude.
Yeah, Scream's great.
I gotta check it out.
You'll have so much fun with it.
Don't watch scary movies. Mm-hmm. Watch Scream.
No, so I was at Memos, and then
Beach Memo, dude.
I remember he put on a movie night, and he showed it to us.
He put on Scream. He put on Scream. I saw the opening with Drew Barrymore,
and then he cuts it off, right?
And then he swapped it over to Scary Movie.
He does that shit all the time, dude. He was like, hey, man, I want to show you this movie. And I'm like, cool. And I'm watching. He's like, yeah, man, you should check it out. Oh, yeah, check out this trailer. I'm like, dude, what? Like,
we're hanging out. We're not watching movies together.
I'll watch a movie, bro. I'll watch it.
You know what a solid Halloween movie is? Ma. Let's talk about. No, I'm just kidding. That was an awful movie.
Can we give some honorable mentions though for like other like really iconic horror movies that I think
what would you consider
kind of do some cool stuff?
Like
I think like I don't really like Chucky, but I know people like
Child's
Chucky.
Play.
Child's Play.
Yeah.
Child's Play's good.
Wait. Do you think it's
The
good?
original one? The original one is alright.
I haven't seen that one forever.
I think it's fine.
I don't like Chucky
I
either.
think the first one's good, and then afterward it was like, and then they
you
made
see the new one?
the ones in two. Oh no,
I haven't seen the new
The
one.
one where it's Buddy.
I haven't seen the one.
Dude, the new one's bad.
Yeah, I heard it was
Like-
bad.
It's not even Chucky. Like, so you know how like Chucky. Sorry, I know we're gonna get on another tangent, but
We're gonna go down here.
okay, just one thing. Chucky. Okay, one of the coolest things about Chucky is that he's a person and a doll,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Like, he's an actual like evil person who's like it's a serial killer and stuff, and so he talks shit and he has like the banter and stuff, and it's like the whole Nightmare on Elm Street kind of thing, right? In the new Chucky, he's basically just a machine with bad programming. And not like he has like bad AI where he knows how to like respond to people or anything. He's just a fucked up machine. Basically, there's no emotions there either.
But that's so dumb. Like I don't like that. I don't know.
I hated it. It was a bad movie. Okay,
The only
moving on.
thing, I mean, they tried to save it because
Yeah.
they had Mark Hamill voice him. That's the only reason I was interested. But other than that,
And they have Audrey Hepburn too. No, not Audrey Hepburn.
Audrey Hepburn. Aubrey Plaza.
Damn, I know who's Memo's favorite actress is now.
She's the dark version of Audrey Hepburn. Moving on.
Yeah, but anyway, I also I have a real soft spot for Final Destination. I love that series.
Final Destination.
It's a great series.
Yeah,
We need another one of those. Like I said, I think I posted this maybe in our little group chat. I think there needs to be a Final Destination with the spirit of the Jump Street movies.
like 21
like the
Jump
comedy
Street.
one?
Like, and just self-aware enough to where it's, and I have to explain myself on that. Like just self-aware enough, but also it's solid. It's a solid Final Destination movie on its
Like
own.
I'll give you then because you haven't seen it yet.
Never mind.
You want the scream of Final Destination.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's what
Yes.
you want.
basically.
Yes.
Oh yeah, you do.
But yeah. So I have a soft spot, and I know people like Saw and stuff like
I was
that.
about to say,
and,
R.I.P. to
freaking-
the great one.
Yeah, and like Blair Witch and stuff. R.I.P. to the great
Oh
one.
shit. Yeah, Blair Witch. The
And-
first
and-
one was like that was groundbreaking, man.
But yeah, that's all I want to say. Just like a
Like-
few honorable mentions, but I don't
Hell-
think they quite stack up to the.
Hellraiser. Nah.
The big ones.
Hellraiser.
Yeah, I like Hellraiser. It's creepy.
I've never seen a Hellraiser.
Ooh, the first one. It's pretty good, man. Like
It is pretty good.
The effects is like, oh shit, like. Ugh.
I mean, you have like a Leprechaun,
And then also
Wishmaster,
Hey,
Alien.
Alien.
Wishmaster, dude.
Alien kind of turned into an action series after the second one.
I don't
but
consider Alien
I
a
really
horror.
like the first one.
Not the first one.
Oh, let's not talk about that. That's gonna get into a whole different.
Oh no.
Yeah. Okay.
But you have like
not serious.
John
Wish-
Carpenter's The Thing. That's a solid
Wishmaster?
one for me.
Yeah, I like Wishmaster. I remember those. You remember those, dude?
I've never even seen
That's
those.
a deep cut, bro.
Dude, it's
I really-
it's like,
I've never-
oh man, there's something
You have
else.
The Exorcist,
Oh,
yeah,
how
The
could we
Exorcist.
forget The Exorcist? Yeah.
Evil Dead.
Oh, Evil
The
Dead.
Evil Dead
Yeah.
series.
I love
Some
Evil
good
Dead.
movies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe I do shit on horror movies too much.
I know you like a lot of horror.
Nah, because
Well,
one of
some of
like,
them
the first
are
ones
they
are
considered
good,
horror?
and
Yeah.
then they get bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Except for Evil Dead. Evil
yeah,
Dead
Evil Dead's
has
fun.
always been really
Evil
good.
Dead knew what
Even
they
the
were.
remake. Even the remake is really good. I know some
I
people don't like
love
the
the
remake,
remake.
but the remake's really
I
good.
thought it was really good. I was like,
was
if
surprised
this
by
is
it.
what they wanted to make
Yeah.
in the first Evil Dead. It's like this is what they wanted, but they couldn't. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
That shit was
So-
terrifying.
Has he done anything since then? Fede Alvarez?
Who?
Didn't he do?
He did Don't Breathe.
He did Don't Breathe.
Oh yeah, it wasn't a huge fan.
Don't Breathe. it was alright. I thought it was okay.
I like Don't
Yeah.
Breathe a lot, actually.
I liked it.
But yeah, he did.
Dude,
do
I
that.
heard
The
Crawl
Girl
was good
Spiders
too.
The what?
Crawl.
Oh, he did
Oh,
Crawl?
I haven't seen Crawl.
No,
I heard that was.
I've
I
heard-
heard that was fun. Oh, what was this?
No.
It's from Sam Raimi. Produced.
Yeah. Okay, moving on. We got stuck on the horror stuff. I still got movies to
I
go
know.
through. Okay, just real,
We're making up. We're making up for all of October. With
Yeah, basically, yeah.
okay. I saw W.
I haven't even talked about my
I
15
I'm
movies.
going on. Okay. Okay. I saw these are just movies I'm just gonna like mention just a little bit. Saw W, Oliver Stone, Josh Brolin, Elizabeth Banks, about George W. Bush.
I love that movie, dude.
Do you really? I hate it.
You didn't like Josh Brolin?
Josh Brolin's great. I think
that's why I liked it. Oh, I just like Josh Brolin. I thought he was funny.
The movie's just. How do you make a boring movie about such an interesting character? You know, like it's just an interesting time.
I guess you're right. It's George Bush, right? He like did all this weird shit, and he's a character.
He was the president during 9/11. Like, how do you make this? And how does Oliver Stone make a movie where he says absolutely nothing other than, oh, he was the guy just trying to impress his dad?
Hey, maybe he was a supporter. He didn't want to give him bad rep, dude.
I highly doubt Oliver Stone.
I feel like Oliver Stone has kind of been
missing.
He hasn't really made a whole lot of great, or like recently. I think like what was his last like really good movie?
Savages.
Savages
is like a really good movie.
I mean, it's a good movie. It's not terrible.
I mean, it's fine. It's like fun, but it's not like
it's like a good like crime movie, you know, like
yeah. But but like I don't even think it particularly feels like an Oliver Stone movie. It feels like anyone could have made that, you know. So that's what I mean. It's like what was his last like great one? Was it Natural Born Killers or
Any Given Sunday?
Maybe
I love Natural Born Killers.
Any Given Sunday.
Yeah.
Any Given Sunday, dude.
You don't like that movie?
I mean, that's probably his last great one.
Yeah, 99.
Damn. Well, hey, when did W come out?
2008.
8.
Damn, so that was like right after.
Well,
yeah, like right after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. Well, I don't know if that plays. Well, I don't know if that plays into it. You know, like I don't know if he had to wait a couple of more years to like do it or what. I don't know. You know,
it's Oliver Stone. The man made like he basically eviscerated Nixon in a movie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Right. He made Natural Born Killers. He made a whole documentary series, which is great. Everybody should watch it. The Untold History of America. It's fantastic. You know, he has a lot to say, and yet he made this like whatever movie that could have came out on Lifetime or on any like Republican channel about George W. Bush.
You wanted more, right? You wanted more. You wanted the tea. You know, you wanted to see what happened.
Yeah, either that or I wanted, you know, either that or become more sentimental or something. You know,
like you're like, oh man, like Bush is not that bad, but it just made you feel like, nah, Bush is Bush.
It just felt like somebody gave him a script and was like, here, we'll make you money to do this because we'll sell the movie because it has your name on it. And people will think you're saying something.
Amen.
I wasn't going to talk a lot about W.
I think.
Anyway.
No,
What's up?
So he did a director's roundtable, Oliver Stone, and the man looks defeated. I don't know, like he looks defeated.
Like he doesn't want to make, like he can't make movies, like what? Defeated?
Yeah, like I mean, you have somebody at the same table as Damien Chazelle, who is maybe risen but on the rise.
Yeah.
And then you've got Oliver Stone, who you should watch it. I mean, he just looks really.
He looks tired half the time.
He looks fucking tired.
That's what being a communist does to you. Okay, so stay away from lefty politics.
That's what being thoughtful does to you.
That's definitely what it is. I would bet. Wow. You know,
I mean, like, look, the guy made a movie about Nixon, JFK. He made Natural Born Killers. You know, these are like all very scathing movies about society. And then he like gets to the point where he has to make Bush, and he's like, "What? Nothing's changed." You know?
Yeah.
Or he also made
He made Wall Street. He made Platoon.
Damn,
he made Talk Radio.
Dude. Yeah, like
I mean, these are all like.
Hey, maybe he's just depressed. He's like, I keep trying to make these movies to show the world like it's fucked up, but the world is still fucked up.
Yeah, definitely. Especially with something like Wall Street.
Yeah, that was something different, man. You know, I like that one. Michael Douglas, bro.
And then he made the sequel, which is garbage.
The one with Shia LaBeouf, right? I never saw it because I heard it sucked, and I was like, I don't want it to ruin the first one for me.
It's boring as hell. Anyway,
moving on. Okay, I got a couple movies. 21 Bridges.
Hey, my dad said it was fun.
Are we really gonna talk about 21 Bridges?
Hey, my dad said it was a fun crime movie.
Okay, look, I have been wanting to watch this movie even before Chadwick Boseman died. Yes, I am a hipster, and it's basically sorry.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, it's just
happy birthday, Chadwick Boseman. Right? Isn't it his birthday today?
Yeah. Well, I mean, technically, whatever. Anyways,
okay.
Chadwick Boseman movie. I think his last movie. Is that true?
No. Yes.
No. He had a movie. No. He had a movie come out recently about a jazz performer.
Okay.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that sounds hot.
This is one of his last movies, and it's produced by the Russo brothers.
Yeah.
Stars Chadwick Boseman, J.K. Simmons, Taylor Kitsch, Keith David. Some pretty good actors. It's a movie about these cops get murdered, and they shut down the whole city looking for them. It's a great dad movie. That's the way I would describe it.
Dude, my dad,
show your dad.
he said he liked it?
Trust me, as soon as I finished watching this movie, I'm like, hey, Dad, you'll love this movie. You should watch it. It's like a throwback crime movie,
Yeah.
It's fun. It's fun. There's nothing great. It's a fun little watch. It's okay. I'm moving on. Okay. I guess I'll save these for you, Adrian, when you talk about it. I saw Citizen Kane again. Known arguably as the greatest movie of all time. Depending on who you're asking. Did
you watch it so you could go see Mank?
Yes, I rewatched this so I can go see Mank.
Did you see Mank already?
I did. So we'll probably review this. We'll probably review Mank when everybody can see it.
I'm gonna watch it today.
I'll give a quick little thing. Citizen Kane. How many of you have seen it?
I have not. No.
A lot of people haven't seen it. To your surprise, like I asked a lot of people. Not a lot of people have seen it, and it's It's rated like the best movie of all time.
Yeah. Orson Welles' first movie, written by Herman J. Mankiewicz and Orson Welles, arguably. There's a lot of history behind this movie. It's about the tycoon Charles Foster Kane, and it's basically just telling his whole story in like segments as an interviewer goes interviews people about him as he's basically died, and they're trying to figure out why he said his last words, which is the infamous words of the movie Rosebud. Rewatching it, I still fucking love this movie. It's so fucking good. Everything about it's great. It does feel a little old timey. There are some things in there that that people have built upon over time, but you can definitely see how this is like the first movie that basically did so many new things, editing wise, filming wise. It took a lot of risks in making this movie, specifically for being his first time directing. What balls? But Orson Welles was full of balls. They fucking wrote a movie based on a real guy at that time who had so much power. And that guy fought so hard not to let this movie get made, and they were like, "Fuck you, we're gonna make this movie."
Yeah.
So there's a lot of history behind this movie. I think if you haven't seen Citizen Kane, you should.
You should. Okay. Hey, you know who hasn't seen Citizen Kane? Brad Pitt. So don't feel bad. All right.
Oh, I see that.
Did you see that interview? It's with Leonardo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt, and it's for Once Upon a Time, and they're talking about movies because Leo's watched a bunch of movies. And
I watched that movie yesterday again. I fucking love it.
I like that one too. But they're talking about Citizen Kane, and then Brad Pitt's like, "I've never seen it," and Leo's like, "You've never seen Citizen Kane?" He gets all mad and shit.
Yeah, it's definitely like the movie that everybody's go to. Like, I don't know, like pretentious movie is. Like everybody's like, "You haven't seen this movie?"
Yeah.
It is really good. It's available on HBO Max. So
it is. Yeah, if you guys get a chance, you should check it out. Citizen Kane. It's a really great film.
Definitely should. Yeah. Nice. Okay, and then the next two movies I have, I'll save them for you, but I have one more. Adrian.
Okay.
I saw Mank.
Oh, I know, dude. How was it?
It was fantastic. It's the new David Fincher movie.
Yeah.
About the writing of Citizen Kane. Specifically about Herman J. Mankiewicz.
Who's played by Gary Oldman, right?
Who's played by Gary Oldman, and Gary Oldman is absolutely amazing. Surprisingly enough, the star of the show for me was Amanda Seyfried, who was absolutely amazing as she inspired a character in Citizen Kane.
Okay.
Which is the movie. Let me say something about the movie. The movie is made for people who love movies.
Yes.
Cool.
That's important because I feel like how we said 21 Bridges was a dad movie. I feel like if a dad goes into this movie not knowing what it is, just kind of puts it on, I think they'll start to realize that, hey, this is a good movie. It's filmed very well, but it's made for people who know so much about the history of movies. Mm-hmm. There's jabs at directors in here. There's a lot of backstory and stuff in here that you hear about on OTCM intros and stuff like that. In this movie specifically, there are people who are really entranced in the whole old Hollywood scene.
Oh, that's hot, dude. That's me right there, man. So
it's definitely on the same level for me as the Zodiac.
Ooh.
In terms of like
okay.
world
Oh,
building.
That's
okay.
high praise.
Okay.
Yeah, and I mean David Fincher does very. It's David Fincher.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the end, I was in tears, but again, this has to come with the caveat that I love movies and I love Citizen Kane, and so again, I don't think everybody's gonna have that reaction to it. I really don't. That's my thing. We'll talk about it more when it comes out on Netflix.
Is
It's
it
in
coming out on
theaters right
Netflix?
Yeah, that's who's producing it.
Oh,
Yep.
when does it come out on Netflix?
December 10th.
Oh shit! I gotta go.
Oh no, Cyberpunk comes out that day.
December 10th. It's December 10th. Don't quote me on that, but it's one of those days.
I gotta go watch it in the theater though. I gotta go watch it at the Draft House or something.
You got to go soon, honestly.
Yeah, because they'll take it off.
Yeah. All right, Adrian or Nick, whoever wants to go next.
Go, Adrian.
Go ahead, Nick. Oh, okay. Let's see. What have I been watching? Well, it's not as much as Memo, I think, but I've been watching more TV shows than anything. The last movie I did see, which was I think a couple of days ago, I rewatched the Moulin Rouge. Have you guys ever seen that? With Aaron
No,
McGregor?
but I've heard of it.
Dude, it's
Not since I was a kid.
dude, if you watch it now, it's crazy as fuck, but it's fun. Aaron McGregor has a beautiful voice, and damn, he really turned me on. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
That's hot.
yeah, it's really good. It's a fun movie. It's very out there. Shit, who directed this? Some guy who's made a lot of other shit. I don't know. You guys never seen this movie before, though?
I have not. No.
I've heard of it, but I haven't seen it.
So it's kind of like I guess you would say like a musical.
It's directed
Yeah.
by Baz Luhrmann.
Yeah, and the music though, it's like they're singing songs that we all already know though. There's like a mixture of songs. They'll be singing David Bowie's "We Can Be Heroes," but there'll be other songs mixed into there, and it's songs that we all know, and we can all sing along to. And I think with this movie, it was different from any other like musical and shit. It's like, you hear their songs and it's like, cool, like that was a pretty good song. But with these songs, it's like, hey, I know that song. So you get into it and everything. I don't know. It's not, I guess for a lot of people, it did come out in like 2001. It's pretty old. But I think it's pretty great. It's on Hulu right now. I saw it on Hulu. And I enjoyed it. I don't know. I have weird tastes in movies. I like movies that Memo likes, but then I like movies that some weird guy would like. I don't know if that explains a lot. Hey, it came out on my birthday. I just saw that. But it's fun. Nicole Kidman's in it. She was okay. John Leguizamo's in it. I fucking love that guy. He's funny, man.
Does he sing?
Yeah. Does he? Nah, I don't think he does. Oh, like very little, but it's funny.
He's like a Gerard Butler.
But yeah, it's great. It's on Hulu. It's basically like a musical, and it's about a guy who's writing it as the play is happening. So it's funny. It's like each day he writes something different. But it's funny. It's out there. It's it's very in your face, I guess you could say. With the way it's shot. But yeah, it looks like an OO's film though. When I'm watching it, like I don't know if you guys ever realize it when you're watching like movies made like in the OO's or something, like the style. It's very. I see the style of the OO's in it.
I get that. Like when I recently saw Catwoman.
Oh God.
Definitely from the 2000s.
Yeah. But it's not for everybody. I don't know if you guys would enjoy it or not. It's a lot of singing.
If you guys like Catwoman,
You
you'll
like
like
Moulin
Moulin Rouge.
No, they can't compare it to Catwoman, but
Yeah.
yeah.
That's a
What
musical. That's the main
Yeah.
thing. I haven't watched it.
Yeah, it's a musical, sort of, kind of, really. So yeah.
But you recommend it.
I recommend it. I have fun with it, especially like I know a lot of people like Aaron McGregor. That's honestly the only reason I'd probably watch it was because he was in it and he sings his ass off, and I'm like, damn, that's Obi-Wan. So, I love Aaron McGregor. He's a great actor. I don't know if there's anything else I've been watching recently,
Bro,
like
I got
besides
two
shows.
movies, bitch, that we can talk about that we both saw.
Wait, which one? Oh,
I saw Freaky.
Oh, I thought we were talking about that later. Oh yeah, I saw Freaky. Memo saw it too. Yeah. Freaky is a new movie that came out. I can't remember the director's name, but he did Happy Death Day. And
Christopher Landon.
Yeah, he did Happy Death Day 2, which I didn't see. But here it's fun, and I think this director, the sky's the limit, man. He's changing the game for like, I guess you could say horror movies, but it's like he's taking like the typical horror movies that were made back then into now, and I don't know. I'm not comparing it to Scream or anything like that, but he is making horror movies more fun for me to watch. I won't lie. Freaky was fun. I don't know if it's a horror movie. It's like a comedy, you know?
It's a horror movie.
It's like a horror movie, but making fun of itself. You know, a horror movie making fun of itself.
It's like a horror movie mixed with 21 Jump Street.
Jojo just stays quiet.
Jojo's like,
Anyway, that's not a bad.
It's definitely
It's not a
more
bad idea.
Tucker and Dale versus Evil than Scream.
Yeah, I would say that. Vince Vaughn was great. I had fun with Vince Vaughn. He was so funny. He made me laugh, dude.
Vince Vaughn was fantastic.
Vince Vaughn was amazing, dude. Like, man, I hope he does more shit like this.
I was so surprised by how great Vince Vaughn was. In that scene where they're in the car with
oh
the boyfriend.
My god, dude.
And it's so awkward, but he plays it off so well, and then it's so great. The movie's so much fun.
You guys need to watch this movie, man. I'm not gonna lie, I'd watch it again. I had a lot of fun with it.
An interesting point.
Movie night.
An interesting point about this movie is that it's rated R. And
you know, I
back.
didn't even notice that it was rated. Well, I mean, yeah, right. But like, I guess going into movies now, I don't really look at the ratings because I know Happy Death Day was PG-13, I think. Yeah. So I just assumed this one was, but obviously not because like the deaths in here are pretty brutal. The wine bottle, dude.
Yes. Jojo, the deaths in this movie are amazing.
Dude, Jojo, you fucking love it for the death scenes, dude. They're fucking hardcore, and they show it, dude. Like,
let me see if it's like playing today.
Not the 45 minutes, dude.
It is so much fun though. Like, I remember going in there and I was kind of having a shitty day, and I went to the draft house. I was like, I'm gonna eat my loaded fries and see what happens here, you know. And I was so happy when I was walking out. And I was like, that was such a blast. For anybody who doesn't know, Freaky, it's basically Freaky Friday, but you change bodies with the serial killer instead of your mom. You know, that's the premise of the movie. So same thing with Happy Death Day. It's Groundhog Day, but you know, with a horror.
Oh shit! So. I didn't even think about that, dude. Hey, maybe he's doing that. I don't know. You know, making like classic '80s movies, or like classic movies into like horror movies. Did you notice though that when he uses the dagger, right, to switch the bodies, it gave me those vibes from Child's Play. How he's always trying to switch the body with the kid, but he has to use the medallion and a knife, and I was like, that's cool. I see what you did there. So.
Yeah. I would love to see him take on like Teen Wolf or something.
Oh, dude, that would be so great. I love Teen Wolf
because he's just fun as fuck. And he doesn't take himself super seriously, which I absolutely love.
Yeah, I think that's a good thing to point out. So it's a fun movie. I think a lot of people will enjoy this movie. You know,
yeah.
I hope a lot of people watch it. You know, I know because we're in that weird time with theaters and shit. But
I think it might come out on VOD soon.
Okay, cool.
On VOD?
Yeah.
VOD.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I watch a lot of streams.
Okay. Memo streams, guys, because he has a PS5. I don't know if you guys know.
I stream on Mondays and Wednesdays and Fridays now. So.
Oh shit!
What was I going to say? Damn it! Oh yeah, Happy Death Day and Happy Death Day 2 are fun as well. Those are not as good as this one. We'll say that this one's a lot better than those two, but those are a lot of fun too. Even Happy Death Day 2. Fuck you, Andy. That movie's fucking fun. You take yourself too seriously sometimes, bro.
Yeah, you know what? Fuck you, Andy, in general.
You know,
yeah, Andy, fuck you,
just
dude.
in general.
Fix your damn smoke detector.
Dude, it's his. It's his, right?
It is his, yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah. I love you, Andy, but yeah, he does take himself seriously with movies.
We don't.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm just kidding.
So our last one, The Wolf of Snow Hollow, Adrian.
Oh, dude, we did see that too. Oh,
yeah,
man, The Wolf of Snow Hollow, man. I fucking love that movie. That's the new movie from Jim Cummings. He retweeted Gabriel's tweet, so fuck you, Gabriel.
He liked my tweet.
He liked yours too? Well, fuck you, man.
Yeah,
just kidding. It's because I didn't tweet anything. I was like, man, I should tweet it. It's a fun movie, man. It's basically like, you know, a werewolf movie, but with like a crime thriller in it. And I had a lot of fun with the movie. Yeah, it was funny, dude. Mm-hmm. Like, there was a lot of little bits that were funny as fuck to me. And man, dude, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I didn't know that it was Jim Cummings. That was a honk outside. Sorry, I didn't know that. I didn't know Jim Cummings was playing the main character in the film. And dude, he did a really great job, man. Like, he was fantastic, man.
he plays a similar character to his character in Thunder Road.
Does he really?
Yeah. The movie that when I was watching this that it reminded me of is Slither.
Slither, yeah.
It was a kind of like that, like horror, but kind of a charming little town movie with the police officers doing their thing, you know? Yeah. It reminded me of that a lot. So if you like Slither, I think you'd really love this movie.
Yeah.
I agree with Adrian. It's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. A lot of charm in this movie. I think it's also Robert Forster's
it's his last movie, and he did really good in it too, man. He played his dad, and it was just funny though, like the chemistry that they had together as a father and son. It was great. Yeah. It worked. It was funny as hell, man.
He really did. Also, I really want to see more of Jimmy Tatro.
Oh, the one that played the detective?
The boyfriend? No, the boyfriend guy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the guy who comes out in like Vandal on Netflix.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really want to see more of that guy. He's so much fun. I really wish he was more in this movie.
Yeah, he was pretty fun.
But yeah, we recommend this. This one's on, what do you young kids call it?
What is it on, dude?
VOD?
On VOD.
What do you young kids call it?
It's on Amazon and Vudu and all that good stuff, so you can stream it already.
It's really good, man, and like, man, the story's great too. Like even towards the end, you know, I kind of like didn't really know if it was real or what, and then you find out, and it's like, what the fuck?
Look, I have my reservations about this movie, and maybe if we ever want to do a long podcast about it, we could. But there are issues with this movie. It's nowhere near perfect.
Oh yeah, of course.
The ending is a little bit rushed. Some of the story being put together super rushed. It doesn't necessarily do tone very well, but overall, fun movie. Watch it if you like Slither, those kind of things. I definitely think Freaky is way better than this movie.
I did have more of a good time with Freaky, but they're different, but Freaky was more overall. Yeah,
I just feel like I have to say that about the Snow Hollow movie because I
don't think a lot of people would like it, maybe. I don't know.
Well, I feel like I'm a lot nicer to this movie because it's Jim Cummings.
You have a soft spot.
They're showing it here.
Huh?
They're showing Freaky here in Del Rio.
Oh, are they?
I didn't even realize
you should go watch it, dude. It's great.
Dude, go watch it, dude. Discount Wednesday? Or is it Tuesday now? I don't know.
But yeah, no, I feel like I'm giving that movie a little bit more of a pass because it's Jim Cummings. But it's still very enjoyable. So yeah. All right, Nick, your movies.
So I did have like 3 movies to talk about, but I'm just going to talk about one. just as a time thing.
Yeah.
The other ones were whatever anyway. This is the one that I really want to talk about, and that is it's not a movie, but I watched The Boys.
Yeah.
I watched the 2nd season of The Boys.
Yeah.
And I have some things to say about it.
Okay.
So I know, I don't remember if it was on this podcast or if it was on like others or if it was on stream where I complained about it coming out on a weekly basis. I think that is a major detriment to the show that they're doing that. Because I think the first season of The Boys has a lot of problems. I don't think it's perfect like a lot of people seem like it is. I think it's a really big fresh of air, and I think people really loved it. But so it's based on a comic book that came out in the mid-2000s, and so it's very much Bush era, anti-Bush, anti-government stuff like that. And then the way they've updated it to be about Disney and our current day pop like politics is great for the most part. But I think in the first season, a lot of stuff feels a little dated, especially like the Christianity stuff. Mm-hmm. I feel like that would have been a lot more interesting to say 10 to 15 years ago as opposed to now. Not to say that you can't like shit on Christianity, because I think that's totally fine and cool. But I think the way it does it, it feels very dated. It feels very mid-2000s. And there's like 2 or 3 episodes in the middle of the first season where that's all they do. And that's where it sort of lost me. Mm-hmm. But the nice thing about the first season is that it all just came out at one time. So you just binged through the whole thing in a day or two. And it was totally cool and totally fine. So like those little seasons or those little episodes, I mean, they just sort of fade in the background. And the episodes that are really amazing and the scenes that are really amazing really, really hit hard. Specifically, everyone talks about the airplane scene, and the airplane scene is amazing.
The airplane scene is amazing, dude.
Yeah. So that brings me to the second season. And the second season is really good. I think it's a really good show in general. But I think there's some problems with it. And I think it comes from... So in the middle, there's a lull again. And I think there's a lot of scenes here. And I've heard... I know a lot of people have complained that the season starts off slow.
Yeah.
And I actually disagree. I think the season, I think it starts off really strong and then it lulls in the middle and then it finishes really strong. I think they do a lot of improvements here. I think they really start to nail in the tone correctly. It doesn't feel disjointed in that way. It feels very even in the tone. Mm-hmm. It really does a great job of balancing the comedy and like the horrific violence and the realistic stuff. Mm. And then also the characters are amazing here. I know a lot of people have complained that some characters get a little bit of a downgrade, and that's true. Some of the main ones especially in the 7, from the first season, especially like Queen Maeve and stuff, they kind of get a little bit of a downgrade, and like the Deep and stuff, like they kind of are just sort of in the background for most of the season. Mm-hmm. This is really more about the boys, and it's really about Butcher and about the new character Stormfront and about Homelander. But they really nail these guys. I mean, they really do, especially the boys. I love what's his name? Mother's Milk?
Yeah,
Mother's Milk, dude.
Yeah. So they really like nail him. Like he has like all these idiosyncrasies, and they're really like subtly done. No. Like he picks up everything with a napkin, and he's really like particular about how he likes stuff done. And then Frenchie gets like some really cool stuff to do here too. The one that actually suffers a little bit is Jack Quaid's character. What's his name? I'm sorry, I forgot his name. Huey.
Yeah.
Hugh Campbell.
Huey,
yeah. He's essentially the main character of the first season. And here he's just sort of the same. He doesn't improve at all. He doesn't learn anything. I mean, by the end he does, but it feels like he should have learned that at the end of the first season.
Like it feels like he should be a little bit more mature about the situations now, maybe.
Yeah. Like but he's just the same. And then finally at the end, it's like, okay, he thinks that he's sort of like gotten it. But yeah. So I think there's some major problems with this. I also think that there are some. It really tries to capture the airplane scene again with a lot of scenes, and it doesn't. There's a lot of moments that are real shocking that are trying to like replicate and try to recapture that fire that was with the airplane scene, and it doesn't quite get there.
Do you think it's the way they approach it, like they film it and stuff, or you just because like?
No, I just don't think that they had it there. But having said all that, though, I think this does a lot of great stuff. I think it's absolutely worth watching, and I think this still is one of the hottest shows out there that you could watch, and it still has some amazing stuff going for it. I still think it's really well written overall. I think they maybe just bit off a little bit more they could chew. I think if they just pull back a little bit, because I think the best parts of the show is when it does like sort of pull back and be a little bit more subtle about things and not try to take on so much. And there are a lot of great moments where they do that. And then when like these big like shocking moments happen, it's like, oh, like that was great. But yeah, I think if in the third season, if they pull back, they don't try to take on so much. They just like, and then they improve a little bit of the characterization stuff here and there. I will say that the ending to this is really cool. It's not over the top or crazy or anything. It's very subdued, and that's why I think it works so well. And then it also has some like really awesome parody moments. It parodies. Remember that moment at Avengers Endgame with like all the girl power stuff? Mm-hmm. I remember how forced and like dumb that was. Mm-hmm. This show makes fun of it in the most amazing way possible.
Oh, it's so solid.
And then you think that like, oh, like that's just like the one time they do it, but they bring it back again, and it's so great. It's so great. I was like, wow, that's amazing writing. And so there are like amazing moments like that I think is still worth watching. And then I think it ends on an amazing setup for the third season. So they did get a third season greenlit. And I think this does set up a great third season. So I think we're in for a really solid third season. Yeah. And then also the absolute best part about the show, just to get that out there, is Anthony Starr as Homelander.
Oh, he's so good in this season.
He's a star is born with this guy because he is amazing. His like subtle anger as Homelander is so awesome. Yeah. One of the final shots of him as he's like talking in this press conference is so haunting and so scary that it's like, oh my gosh. But he's not just like a mustache trolling villain. He's just an amazing character, and it's just an amazing performance. I mean, I love him. I think if he should be up for like an Emmy or something. Yeah. Even though it's a superhero character, I mean, he should be, because he's so awesome in this.
I agree, man. When I saw him in the first season, I thought he was great. I was like, if Superman were to be evil, this would be the guy to play him. Like, he just played him so good. I haven't seen season 2 yet. I want to. It's all out now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all out.
How many episodes is it?
8.
It's 8.
That's not bad. So I might.
It's really short.
I might catch up.
But yeah, I think if you binge it, you're gonna enjoy it a lot more than if you waited a week.
I get what you're saying.
I think it was a really bad plan to have it come out weekly.
I get what you're saying about the whole weekly thing. I don't know if people are trying to copy what The Mandalorian was doing. Well, see, for The Mandalorian, I think it works, but that's totally something different towards what this show is. You know. With The Mandalorian, it's more anticipation. It's Star Wars. It's different. The Boys, this is a different show. It's more open, more fast-paced. It's supposed to be. So I get what you're saying. When they have those filler episodes, it just feels like, man, I waited Friday just for that. And I think it works on some shows where you could open them weekly, and I think with some of them, you just need to put them out. And maybe we're figuring that out as an audience now.
This isn't a show. I mean, it's really smart and it's really clever, but this isn't a show where you need to chew on an episode for a week. You know, like it's straightforward. It's pretty straightforward. So you don't need to have like all this time in between episodes. I think it works so much better. It works so much better as like something that you could just binge through real quick, and you know, like all the filler stuff you could kind of like just sort of ignore. No. Because I think the mid episodes kind of hold it back a little bit, and it kind of just like there's a lot of plot threads that start and then sort of finish abruptly or don't really go anywhere. And sometimes it's clever because it's like, oh, okay, like because it's unexpected for it to end like the way it does. But then sometimes it's like, wow, we like spent all this time on that just for like nothing to come of it. But yeah, so that happens a lot in the season.
See, I get that, and I don't know if like Amazon is just doing it just to do it, but like when The Mandalorian did it, I thought it was because like nobody's subscribing to Disney Plus. I thought it was like nobody was subscribing to them, and they're like, you know what, we're just gonna release this weekly so we can keep having people subscribe.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right with that.
Towards Amazon doesn't need that. Amazon really has so much shit. You don't need to do that. You don't need to. You can just release all your shit.
Everyone already has Amazon Prime.
Everybody has
because of the 2-day shipping and stuff.
Yeah, so I don't see the point of them doing it. So I don't know. Maybe they were just trying to be cool, like Disney, but Disney's not.
And I think maybe they wanted it to be. Like, because I think the first season of The Boys, like everyone talked about it for like that 1 week, and then like it kind of like faded in the back until they like released like the new trailer and stuff.
Yeah.
So I think they maybe want to like hold onto that fire, but I think what ended up happening was everyone watched the first episode, and then nobody like returned to it, because it felt like everyone talked about it like that 1 week.
Yeah.
And then like when it ended, nobody was really talking about it anymore. Like there were a few here and there, but like. It didn't like really keep up with the conversation. At least like that's what I noticed.
And I guess that's what these shows are doing now is like they want to stay relevant for like a good like month or two and shit, and not just be like relevant for like a week or two. And I mean, I get that's hard. Like shit gets old fast. Like we live in a world where like new shit's always popping out. So I don't know. I mean, they're trying to go back to the TV, ways where like something would come out here and there.
We're going backwards.
But then it's like people would just record the shows and watch them later. So it's like, what's the point? It's the same thing. Like, I don't know. I don't know. It's weird. So, but maybe, like I said, maybe it's just that relevancy that they want,
Yeah. But anyway, I still highly recommend it. It's still like a show that's an 8 or a 9 out of 10. I just think there's a few like problems here that I hope that they fix in the upcoming season.
See, I remember I was a little bit like, I didn't really care about them releasing it weekly on The Boys, but then you guys brought up Mandalorian, which I forgot was released that way. And the reason I stopped watching Mandalorian was because it was released like that. Because I just didn't care.
Like, you want it, like, you just rather get it, like, right now,
Well, like there's that filler episode where he, I don't know what they're called. They're those little guys, and he has to go like kill a thing to bring them back food for like a part of it. I didn't care for that episode, and after that ended, I just didn't want to watch it anymore.
Yeah,
and I had to wait till like the next week.
Yeah, and if it was released all in total, that would just be like, oh, it was just a filler episode, but you get a little bit of character, and it's whatever because I'll just watch the next episode. But like when you have to like wait a week, you're like, I didn't really like the last one. I'll just like wait like a few days, and then eventually you just don't watch it.
And then
get busy with something else.
And then something else is coming out.
Or
like I'm gonna watch something else, or like a new video game comes out or something,
Yeah.
And I just rather do that than sit around and wait for a week for Mandalorian, which I stopped caring about. So I get it now.
Why can't like these like producers and shit think how like we're thinking?
Well, I think you're right about the Mandalorian.
Yeah.
About it being released to keep Disney people on.
It's for Disney Plus to keep, because what's on Disney Plus? I mean, like all the Disney movies, but at this point, it's like, doesn't everybody own that shit? Like, I mean, I think all the rich people that like, or I mean, I don't know, Disney Plus, they target people, but I just feel like everybody already owns most of this shit. I mean, to each their own. I don't own all the Marvel movies, but I would like to.
It at least,
so. I don't know. I feel like that's why they would lose a lot of people, because people already have this shit. But the Mandalorian is something different. So
to a certain extent, I get that. I think they have a lot of people because they bundled it now.
Oh well, yeah. Now you got the Hulu and ESPN shit. That's what my family does. So that's what saved them. Honestly, was the whole bundle shit.
Yeah, I did I deactivated my Disney Plus account. It was a waste of money.
Yeah,
for me personally.
I mean, yeah, if you're not doing the bundle, it's honestly not worth it. It's just like getting another streaming service like anything else, which is starting to be everything, like literally everything.
Yeah.
Like Fox wants to make their own, CBS has their own, all this other
NBC bullshit. Has Peacock.
Yeah, what the fuck is that shit? Like,
what a great name.
You got that Peacock service? Yeah.
Hey, what are you watching? Just on Peacock.
Did we talk about Quibi going out of business?
Oh
no,
I heard.
I don't remember.
Well, I think we were talking about it off of this, but like what happened with that?
It shut down.
They had a lot of like shit coming out with like some well-known actors. I think they had one show with Christoph Waltz. I don't know if it was them or not.
I think the biggest issue, a lot of issues happen with Quibi. So many issues happening with Quibi.
No.
You couldn't put it on a TV.
Nope.
First
what?
Time. Yeah, you couldn't cast it. You had to watch it on your phone.
Oh, that's some bullshit right there.
Also, it was meant to be like watched on like commutes and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it came out during Corona. There's no read it anywhere. And it just doesn't have any. I know you're saying it has some big actors and stuff.
Yeah.
But it didn't have like a show.
A show that people were going to talk about.
It didn't have a Mandalorian or the Boys.
Yeah.
It didn't
or
have
Stranger
something like
Things. It never didn't have any of that.
Or a Stranger Things or a Mindhunter or anything a system seller.
I will say,
video game terminology comes.
There was when coronavirus hit, there were a handful of celebrities that decided to do like a home video remake of The Princess Bride.
I heard about that. I saw
and
that.
It was so fucking charming, and so it was cute, and I think that was I like started the free trial for Quibi just to watch all of that, because it was a good time. It was a good time. But other than that, there's nothing.
That brings up an interesting point. Where is all this stuff now? Like, can you watch it anywhere?
Oh yeah,
you can.
The what?
To my understanding, you can't. It's just in the ether. It's just in the
ether.
Damn, that fucking sucks though, man. For like,
well, what I can see happening is like Netflix buying a couple of the shows, putting it on their platform. But for now, it's just nowhere.
There was one show called Murder House Makeover.
Yeah.
That I was like, that's so dumb.
What is that?
Like,
it's such a fun concept.
So what they did was, it's like you ever watch like HGTV or TLC or I don't know, is that what they're called? Yeah, where they like channel. And they renovate houses and stuff, and they sell them, and they're like, oh look, here's what your house was worth before, and here's what it's worth now, and stuff like that, and they do like the show that home and stuff like that, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, this one is the exact same as that, right? It's the exact same thing, exact same style, exact same vein and pacing and stuff, except the houses that they worked on are houses involved in crime scenes and where people have been murdered. So in some of the places they still find like the bullets that were used to kill someone.
This sounds great.
And they're like, and they're like, oh, I think that's dried blood from.
And this is on. This was on Quibi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this brings up the great point. A lot of this was just like kind of like YouTube content.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it felt like an upgraded YouTube for the most part when I was watching it.
Except YouTube is free.
Yeah.
And it's not like the quality is like so much better on Quibi. You know, like YouTube is probably even better.
About Nick, you could watch it in. You can watch it in vertical mode.
Oh yeah, you can watch it in portrait or in vertical mode.
Yeah, it was a mess.
Well, that show sounds fun though.
Yeah, but I think that's one of the major problems is that they're like, yeah, we're gonna try to be something different compared to Netflix and Hulu and all that. But what they ended up, and they were like, yeah, so we're gonna create our own little market share over here, when they didn't realize that they're actually stepping on the toes of YouTube and Instagram and Twitter and stuff, which I think on a commute, that's what I'm going to be on. Like, I'm not even going to watch a video because I don't like to play sound in public because I don't know. I get weird vibes from that, you know? Like, I don't want people to know what I'm watching. Like, that's weird.
I know some people that do that.
So, you know, and actually, another app came out at the same time.
What app?
TikTok.
Yeah.
TikTok.
Did that really come out the same time as Quibi?
I think so.
Around the same time. Not like exactly, but
I think that's when it exploded. Like, TikTok's been around for a few years, but
it just exploded.
It exploded this year, yeah.
So it also had that to deal with, which was a YouTube and a Quibi put together.
Yeah.
You know? It's a general concept. It was just a bad thing from the beginning. They should have never put that much money into it.
I didn't think it would be Quibi. I didn't think it would be successful from the beginning.
I know some YouTubers. I don't know if Philip DeFranco did, but I know Mr. Beast reached out to like Jeffrey Katzenberg and stuff, and like the leadership at Quibi, and they're like, hey, like we'll make content for y'all. Like we'll make content. We know exactly how this works. We make videos 10 to 15 minutes long all the time. Like we know how to like capture the share. And they like laughed him out. Apparently, Oof. They like totally disrespected them. They're like, "Nope, get out of here."
Quibi said that to those people.
Yeah, we have Liam Hemsworth, and he's gonna be our system seller.
Butts in the seats.
Come on, man! Like
and yeah,
we have Kevin Hart on our show.
Yeah.
Oh, Kevin Hart did do that show, right?
Yeah.
They're outdated. Is what it is.
Yeah.
People.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
He used to run Disney, right, or something like that.
Pixar,
okay.
Yep.
Where's all the animation then, man? What the fuck?
I know. There was very like quirky shows on there that would have been like on the back end of like an HBO catalog. You know, like the Kendrick has that one about the sex doll.
Yeah.
Where she talks to the sex doll and the sex doll talks back to her. Very quirky, very funny. You know, adult show for the adult comedy.
Yeah.
I could definitely see that being on like HBO as like a How to Make It in America kind of a thing. Like high maintenance.
Yeah.
I don't know. All right. Okay, so Nick, you talked about the boys. Talked about Quibi for some reason. Let's go to movie news. Well, let's do Dark and the Wicked real quick. Dark and the Wicked. Okay.
Yeah, because we all watched that except for JoJo. Yeah.
JoJo, do not watch it.
Okay.
It's boring.
This movie is so mind-numbingly boring.
Yeah.
Is it really? Are you doing like the Hereditary thing where you like downplayed Hereditary for me.
No. Hereditary is great. That's really good.
I don't want to be too mean. Like, there's some nice shots here. It looks okay, I think. I don't really remember, honestly.
It's weird. Like, I'm actually agreeing with you guys this time. I don't know if you guys would think that like Adrian would like this movie, but I felt the same way. I don't know. The beginning was hot. I like the beginning, but I don't know. For me, like just towards the end, it just felt. I feel like I've seen this before, and it's nothing different. And I'm very surprised that this has like a 90% on like Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, I was telling you,
wow, like
where that came from.
Love this movie,
dude.
Why?
Like I don't know, and the horror genre's back. Everybody likes horror shit, and I don't know. Maybe like people just like it because it reminds them of some old shit, trying to be different, but at the same time not really. That's what I got from it, And I watch a lot of horror shit. I know what's good horror and bad horror. Maybe I don't know.
Let's. Do you want to do a quick synopsis, Memo, and then like and then like we'll.
I'm in the wrong synopsis. I went to The Strangers.
The Strangers,
which is it's the same guy who made The Strangers.
It's the same guy.
Oh, that is right. Yeah.
My bad. Okay, so it's on a secluded farm. A father is dying, and the daughter and the son come to visit, and creepy shit starts happening.
Basically, yeah.
Is it a secluded farm? Let's see.
It says secluded on here. That's why I said that.
Yeah, but like I don't know. They have like handymen around and stuff.
They have a priest that shows up randomly.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the movie was constantly trying to like tell you like, oh yeah, they're all alone, like kind of like the Alien vibe, where it's like you're supposed to feel like super isolated, but I feel like there's always like random people like always around.
It's like how the fuck did you get
person? Yeah.
Yeah, and then like one of them dies, and then you're supposed to like feel bad, and I'm like, wait, who is this guy? Yeah. Like, where did that come from? I don't even remember, but I don't know. I had a thought that I think this would have worked better as a short. It's only an hour and a half, but I feel like
it's really short.
If this was like a 20-minute movie, I think it would have worked a lot better.
It would have got the point across.
An hour and a half. Yeah, because I'm thinking back to the movie, and I'm just constantly like wondering, like, what did I spend an hour and a half watching? Because like I think of like the big moments, and it's like, okay, I remember the beginning, the big moment in the beginning.
That was cool. I
think of the big moment and like kind of in the middle towards the end, and I remember the big thing at the end. I'm like, okay, you could literally just put that together and make it 20, 25, 30 minutes, and it probably would have worked a lot more. Because you don't have all these like boring moments in between that I don't even remember.
So it's like whenever I feel you, like there's some short films that they always make into like feature lengths. Maybe this was one of those cases.
It wasn't, but we're not spoiling, right?
I don't know. I was trying not to, but if you want to, we can. It's up to you.
Okay. If you don't want spoilers, stop here. They pull a Mist.
Yeah,
what do you mean?
The Mist?
Like the Mist, where he
oh yeah.
He kills the whole family, and then it turns out to be like an illusion, right?
And he kills himself.
I should care about that scene like I did in The Mist.
I did not feel that way.
I could give a fuck less about the daughters dying or him dying. Like, I mean, I could when he killed him, I was like, oh, they did that, and that was it. Like this movie, I cared about absolutely nobody. Not a single character did I give a shit about.
The character development was whatever.
And they tried with
there was none.
Well, they tried with like the guy.
They tried with the guy, yeah.
But it wasn't good.
You call that trying?
Well, yeah, no, he failed completely. But like it was.
There's a 5 minute or there's like a 30-second moment where he's like talking to his kids and he's like, "I love you." Okay, good night. And then that was it. That was the character development.
Yeah. I don't know. The movie. It's just so whatever.
Yeah, it really is.
It's just so whatever. It's not even like a fun horror movie. It's not. It's such a throwaway.
Yeah, people like it though, man. Apparently,
I don't understand it.
People are saying it's like okay. Beyond, did y'all feel scared at all?
No, but I hardly ever feel scared during horror movies.
Yeah,
I will say I liked when the handyman dies.
Oh yeah.
Who I didn't even know was a character in the movie until he died. But like when he died. the ghost apparition that kills him, I thought was pretty cool. They did like this Uncanny Valley CGI thing with one of the actor or with an actress or something. I was like, oh, that's actually kind of cool looking. They never do that again though. I don't remember. Do they? I don't remember them doing that.
I don't think so. No.
And I got him confused with the handyman.
Yeah.
I didn't know which one was dying. I want to see when I was watching it.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, the characters were just like everywhere. Well, I didn't know who was who.
Yeah.
90% on Rotten Tomatoes though.
I know. I'm very
What's
surprised.
the audience score?
67%.
67.
Okay, so a little.
So it's like The Last Jedi all over again, you know?
It doesn't have a lot of reviews for the user though. It has like 6.
Okay.
So I don't know. It's made by the guy who made The Strangers.
I do like The Strangers.
I
like The Strangers a lot, but this was totally different from The Strangers. Like the style and everything too.
Yeah, well, The Strangers has like the whole thing going for it, where it's a home invasion movie, so it has that working for it. Like you always feel at home in your house, and somebody's trying to intrude on it. Specifically, people that have no like reason to kill you. So The Strangers works in that way, and it also has the setup for it, which is the two people on a honeymoon or whatever it was.
I like the story between them, man. Like, I know it sounds like weird, but it worked. For me, I was in it.
It was good character. It wasn't good character, but it was fine.
It was fine. Yeah, like I got the point across. Yeah, I was like, oh shit, like yeah.
It has a great ending scene. So Strangers is a lot of fun. This one is just boring.
I don't know what the hype is all about. It felt like a regular movie I'd see like at Redbox or something that didn't come to theaters or something. I don't know.
It feels sounds weird. It's produced by Shudder, and it feels like a Shudder movie.
It feels like it should have came out on Shudder.
It feels like everything somebody would say bad about a Shudder movie.
Yeah, you could say that. Yeah,
just like kind of lifeless horror. But Shudder does have good stuff. I will say that.
Shudder does have some good stuff, though. Yeah.
Okay, now to movie news. So to cap it off real quick, Wonder Woman's coming out on HBO Max.
Christmas.
Interesting move.
And theaters too.
On there.
I'm very surprised. Yeah, I think they said theaters too.
Yeah,
I'm very surprised though. It's going to be both. So.
Well, see, like the issue with the theater stuff was when theaters were getting mad and being like, "We're just not going to show your movie." But I guess if they're just going to stream it, why the fuck do they care? You know?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, the movie theaters have no say in this. They're dying right now. They gotta take whatever they can get, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think the movie theaters are gonna just put a laptop on the top of the thing and then like project
put
from
the HD? Just click it for you. Oh man.
Yeah.
I don't know. It is interesting, Memo, like you said, because it's a superhero movie. It's like Warner Bros. It's DC. It's like
huge.
I think this is like the first movie that's coming out that's of its kind to the theater. That they're releasing it.
They basically won't have a box office for it.
They won't, but I mean, it's already done. I mean,
in the future, I could definitely see movie theaters basically becoming like a luxury thing in like big cities.
Being like amusement parks or something.
Not necessarily that, but like being more like the movie theaters that I can see surviving this right now are like the independent ones.
Yeah.
Like in cities like Austin, maybe not like in. So there's like 2 independent movie theaters in Austin. It's Violent Crown, which is kind of like owned by a company, but not really, and Regal Arbor Hills.
Oh yeah,
Regal. It's owned by a big company, but only shows independent movies. Arbor Hills is dying because it doesn't really cater to their audience, but Violent Crown is still surviving.
That's good.
And it's just showing like foreign films and like Possessor and Mank and stuff like that,
But yeah, like how you said though, it's probably really gonna work into cities like here, but like places like I don't know, maybe Del Rio. They only have 1 theater, but that'll stay open.
Yeah.
But like
once
the
you pull
smallest
away
towns.
Once you pull away these tent poles, though, I think that's over for like the big chains.
Yeah,
I think that's it. With the way they run their theaters, it's over.
Yeah, that's true.
At the method they run it, so.
Yeah, I mean, Wonder Woman's coming out Christmas. HBO Max, I got it.
Rumors that Godzilla vs. Kong will also be released on HBO Max, depending on how the Wonder Woman stuff goes.
Well, HBO Max, I forgot they own all that shit. Like they have the DC shit, so it makes sense. Maybe HBO just said, "Fuck it, let's just release shit."
Yeah. Okay. Anybody have something to say about that?
No.
No, I'll watch it.
Alex Garland's working on a low budget horror movie in the UK.
Ooh, what is it?
Nobody knows yet.
But it's gonna be something sci-fi. I mean,
he abandoned his TV show about a protest. So who knows why?
oh, he had a TV show.
He
about
was
protest?
trying to make one. Yeah, he abandoned it now. So
Good.
Oh,
stuff. Joe just said good.
good.
Clifford the Big Red Dog came out with screenshots
Oh man, I haven't seen the screenshots.
and a trailer.
and a trailer.
Is it a trailer or a teaser? I saw the teaser where like they show the big dog.
It's a teaser trailer. It's the same.
We're the real people, man.
He's definitely a big red dog.
Bro, like I grew up
Very
reading
red.
Clifford. I love Clifford the Big Red Dog. I don't know how I'm gonna feel about the movie, especially if it's live action. I don't know.
Tom and Jerry movie.
Okay, see, like that's another thing. Like, why? Like, I don't need that. I don't need that. I don't think it's gonna be fun. Maybe for kids, but not for people that grew up watching Tom and Jerry.
I mean, I think it's made for kids.
But see, that's the thing. Like, why are you making stuff that like is gonna
more
attract? Yeah, the same thing with what else? The Kim Possible movie. I heard people shout on that so bad, but it was
Kim Possible movie?
bad. Well, dude,
Possible?
exactly. Like it was live action and everything, but it's like they made it for
What?
kids, and it's like
Who played Kim Possible?
some fucking teenage girl that tried to save a baby from like dying with a
There
fucking
is.
with like it was like a grappling hook, and like everybody saw it, and everybody was just like, "Oh my god, thanks, Kim!" Like, what? Like,
Wait, Adrian.
yo,
Okay, Kim Possible on Rotten Tomatoes has 100%.
what? Get the fuck out of here, dude.
I'm being serious, dude.
Oh my god. I don't know. From the clips I saw, it looked like a Disney Channel movie, but not a good one. So
It's on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
That's 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
you know what? This whole Rotten Tomato thing is on my nerves. Fuck this shit.
it has a higher tomato meter than Citizen Kane.
Oh my
does,
god!
it does.
First the Last Jedi, now this bullshit. Like,
Has a higher Rotten Tomatoes in the Zodiac.
I don't follow Rotten Tomatoes anymore. I used to know somebody that did, but he's no longer with us. But
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Okay, moving on from Kim Possible. Last thing on the docket is Amber Heard.
Oh, this chick. She's from here? No,
Who?
she's from Austin.
She's from Austin. Yes.
Gabriel has a big heart on for her and stuff.
Why, dude?
Okay.
Jeez.
Okay, so Amber Heard and Johnny Depp dated, correct?
Yes.
Let me walk through this real quick. Amber Heard, Johnny Depp dated. Amber Heard accused Johnny Depp of abuse.
Yes.
Yeah,
Right.
when all the Me Too movement really was at its height,
No.
at its peak, she came out with this.
Accused him of abuse. He got axed from a lot of things, correct?
Yeah.
Yes. Mostly
Yeah.
everything, yeah.
They
Yeah,
went
pretty
to
much everyone believed her, and yeah,
they went to court, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
And then somehow something came out of an audio recording of her being abusive to him,
Yep.
and that's where we stand now.
Yeah.
yeah.
And then as of now, she has not been cut from anything. She's still on Aquaman 2.
Yep.
Yeah.
And okay, so that's the controversy, right? Why has Johnny Depp got cut and she has not?
Yeah, well, Johnny Depp just got cut from the Harry Potter
The
Grindelwald
Fantastic
movie. Yeah.
Beast, yeah. Didn't he resign, or they like?
No, I think they cut him,
Oh,
and then they
okay.
found and then Mads Mikkelsen is gonna replace
Yeah.
him. So, I mean, I actually like that casting a little better.
I
but
do.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie. When you said his, I was like,
it's
wow,
the-
that's. Okay.
yeah. So, I mean, I don't really care for Johnny Depp as an actor as of late. So, but it does suck. Everything that's going on. I mean, we should say this is all alleged. We do have the audio.
It
and
is.
stuff.
Yeah, that's true. But
But I mean, it's just of one night. We don't
I-
know exactly what's gone on throughout their whole relationship.
Yeah.
But yeah, isn't he like missing a finger or something because she cut it off? Or
Yeah.
something like
She
that?
cut off like the tip of his finger.
yeah.
Yeah,
It just seems
Memo's
like
face.
this whole relationship is just bad. It shouldn't have happened. It's super toxic. But since they're celebrities, it's out there, and yeah, man, like they're not together anymore. So great, but
Yeah.
they're both at fault. But it just sucks that now their careers are in the tank because of it. Like,
Well, her career's not.
no, her career is not, and that's where we're at. Is like Johnny Depp had to leave Fantastic Beasts, but she's still doing Aquaman 2. and people are not happy about that. And to each their own. I don't give a fuck about the Aquaman movies. DC already fucked up, so it's like just I don't know, like.
Well, could it be? And I'm just throwing this out there. Could it be because more people know who Johnny Depp is?
Of course, nobody knows who Amber Heard is. I didn't know who she was until she came out Aquaman. And Gabriel
over the whole there's the double standard here going on, but also having to do with that.
Of course, yeah. No, I mean, I don't know. I mean, did you guys know who Amber Heard was? Honestly,
yeah. I think this is, I guess, I have a soft spot in my heart for Johnny Depp, just because my mom loved him, and so Johnny Depp doesn't have a history of abuse. Amber Heard does.
Does she?
Does she? Wow. Bring
does.
this in, dude. Bring this info.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, like she has been in relationships where either. Let me see, Amber Heard.
Jojo, Nick, I knew you left for a second. No, Jojo said that Amber Heard has a history of abuse.
Oh, really?
Well, granted, it doesn't change it for the specific situation. But
oh yeah. Mm-hmm. But I mean, it helps the court's case.
Oh yeah, it helps
the court's case.
What is it? The Guardian released a thing saying from a Amber Heard stole my sexual assault story. Ex-aide tells libel trial. Kate James also says she often received abusive text messages from Johnny Depp's ex-wife. Let me see.
Damn.
Like, I just don't. She's not a great person. I stand with Johnny Depp.
It seems like most people, even like on Twitter, and it's like all like the feminist girls that like hardcore feminist girls I follow like hate Amber Heard.
Yeah.
They're like, it seems like she doesn't really have any friends right now.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know. I'm not really a huge fan of cancel culture, so I hope nothing like really awful happens to her, but I don't know. I do feel kind of weird whenever like people like if you're a bad person, like I don't know if that necessarily means you shouldn't have a career. Having said that though, it does really suck that like things moved so quickly for him. Like
Amber
he
Heard
lost everything over a. Oh, go ahead.
Amber Heard was arrested in 2009, according to USA Today, in 2009 on charge of hitting girlfriend. She's bisexual. And so Amber Heard arrested in 2009 on charge of hitting girlfriend.
It's just one of those things. I mean, we'll see what comes of it. She still is on Aquaman, but I did
hear that they like fans signed over like there's like over 1.5 million signatures to remove her from Aquaman 2.
Yeah.
That's a lot of signatures, man.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we'll see. I mean, these backlashes, they do have an effect. So we'll see what happens in the next few months. Well, maybe DC's just hoping it goes away. I think it is weird that DC is kind of rolling with her.
Yeah. That's what I was about to say. Like, DC, wouldn't they be the most worried that, like, if they don't, like, what if she stays? And then what if people are, like, boycotting this movie, and not watching?
But, like, she's not, like,
great.
She's not, like, the mass. She's not, like, this huge, like, actress, Well, like,
no.
She's not, like, she's not, like, Anne Hathaway or something like that. Like, that like, people are going to go see this movie because, like, nobody's going to go see Aquaman.
People seen Aquaman because Jason Momoa. Yeah, you're right,
Yeah. So I don't know why they're even taking this risk on.
They could easily recast her, not to be mean or anything.
Yeah,
but, like, they could easily do
else.
it. Yeah.
Because I mean, I don't know. That is a little weird to me. Yeah. But
so watch Mank. Talks about stuff like this.
Oh, does it really?
Yeah, it does with the whole Hollywood stuff. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, the first thing when I heard what Amber Heard was going through all this stuff, I'm like, who is she? She's so important to, like, DC, that they're willing to take all this crap for her, You know, I don't know if maybe it's a girl thing and they're just kind of iffy about kicking out a girl for domestic abuse.
Yeah,
that's what it is. It's like it's like 50-50 right now. You know, they're like, well, if we do it, we'll make the fans happy, but if we do it, then we're gonna get these people mad at us because of that situation.
Because it's a lot easier to kick out a guy right now.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
So I don't know if that's the case, and they're just kind of like treading water, and maybe this petition would be like, okay, maybe we should recast her. You know. I also don't know how I feel about cancel culture, at least in like this instance.
Yeah.
Though I do see a difference between like calling some like random Joe Schmo's job and like getting him fired from like a $45,000 a year job, you know, versus like Amber Heard, who's like, you know, she's in.
It's probably a millionaire. I mean,
and like it's kind of what's the word I'm looking for? It's a privilege for some guards to like have a job like this.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah, man!
You know?
I wish I had a job like that. Shit.
And the reason why you get so much money in all this is because you're held to different standards.
Yeah.
You know, you're in everybody's eye. So I think there's a difference between that and like calling some random 45Kers, you know, employment and be like, fire this guy and completely bankrupt him for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but if I was head of DC, which hire me, I'm looking for jobs always. I'd just recast her. I don't see an issue.
No.
It's just like it wouldn't hurt. You know,
Yeah.
it's not gonna hurt. It's not gonna hurt their movie unless they really filmed everything. Then you know.
I guess at first when it was happening, I mean, you know, they don't want to be seen as the people who kicked out a victim.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's all it is. They're probably just treading water, trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
It's like it's a thing of like if we do this. So
yeah, but I didn't know she cut off his finger. It's fucked up.
Yeah.
dude. Dude, I know, right? Like,
God. No, that video that was released, his mother had just passed away, and so he was drinking, and she just kind of kept pushing buttons. And I think
it's really bad. If the audio's out there, you can listen to it. It's like awful.
It's not.
And he's just like, I'm just like really sad, and she like hits him and stuff.
Dude,
like,
what?
You hear the smack.
like
and she's like, yeah, it's pretty.
Wow. Well, I'm pretty sure when that came out, that's when everybody's opinion.
That's when everyone turned.
Yeah,
everyone turned on her like really quickly after that. It was like, oh shit.
Hey man,
we're so quick to judge Johnny Depp.
Hey, evidence, man. It's all about evidence, dude.
I think that's why people were so quick to turn on her, because they realized how like judgmental they were without anything, and they're like, "Fuck, we gotta really like circle the horses."
I honestly
and,
think
get
that's
really
how
mad at her.
That's how it happened, man. Society was like, "Wow, like we fucked up, maybe. So let's try to save ourselves."
The same thing. Do you guys know who Chris Hardwick is?
Yes, from Talking Dead, man.
Yeah,
he had the same thing going on too.
Same thing happened.
Yep.
Chloe Dykstra, who, do you know who Chloe Dykstra is?
Yeah.
Yeah, she came forward. She didn't name him by name, but she released like this essay about this abuse. And Chris Hardwick had been dealing with like drinking problems, and so I guess she felt that he was kind of psychologically, emotionally abusing her, but like Chris Hardwick's previous relationships came forward and said, yeah, he wasn't that with us, he was fine. And his wife was like, yeah, he's fine. And there was going to be an investigation, but she didn't want to be part of the investigation, Chloe Dykstra. And so that set off some red flags, and Chris Hardwick was fired from Talking Dead and then rehired back on. And
yeah, he recovered pretty well. It seems he still has all his shows and stuff. It was like a month or two where it was like, oh, what's gonna happen to him? But he recovered pretty well. I don't think he has like any lasting issues.
I don't know.
Going for him.
Yeah, I guess the biggest one that I always think about is Aziz Ansari.
Oh yeah.
Which I don't think he's really truly recovered completely. I don't see him in that much.
He did
anymore.
a stand-up special like recently after, I think like a year after the allegations came out. kind of addressed
Yeah.
it.
Oh, on Netflix, right?
Yeah,
Allegations.
Yeah, but I feel like he was on everything like a few years ago.
Yeah.
You
He
know,
was
on
like
the
I
hot
saw him
streak.
everywhere.
He was on the rise.
And then
He had that show on
and
there.
then like yeah, that thing came out, and now he's just sort of faded in the background a little bit.
Yeah, which I will say did not warrant him being kicked out of anything.
Yeah, it seemed like he went on a really shitty date and was like a really shitty date.
It was a
That
shitty
was it.
experience, and when they realized that, hey, this isn't like the right thing,
Mm-hmm.
he stopped and he called her a cab.
No.
Yeah.
You know,
So
that
Wow.
was just he just got caught up in
Mm-hmm.
the turmoil of all the Me Too stuff.
No.
yeah.
You know,
Damn.
So
Hey,
Yeah.
you got to be careful when you're a celebrity. Everything you say or do.
Yeah, it's there.
well, see, but like with him, it's more of like, what are you supposed to do? Like, just never date?
No, yeah,
Yeah.
I get that.
know?
But that just sounds like a weird situation. So, like, he just went on a bad date, and like the girl went on
Well,
a rant saying like this
I-
guy.
So he went on a date
Uh-huh.
and like he was the bad date. That's what I meant. I didn't mean that like
No, yeah,
he-
yeah.
like it was just a bad date for everyone.
Yeah.
He was really bad.
Yeah.
It was really stupid. And like I don't think things got really heated, but he like kind of like wanted them to. So he put like his hand on like her thigh and stuff, and like kind of was like, "Hey, like what do you want to do?" And she was just not into it and told him no. And then from what I understand, he stopped, and then he was like, "Okay, I'm sorry. Like, let me call you a cab." And it just like went horrible, and he was just like really bad. I don't know the. I think that's what happened. But yeah, and then she came out and said all this stuff, and then he was like, "Oh shit, like my bad." Like,
Oh,
and I'm not
well,
like
she,
saying,
so she said like basically like it was a bad day. He tried to like
No, I don't know. I don't even want to say because I don't know exactly what she said. I don't know if she said like, yeah, I was assaulted, or if she said like it was a bad date and then people like ran with it a different way.
No, to my
But yeah, he
understanding,
got caught up
she
in it.
said it was assault.
Okay.
That's the way the story was at least put on there. You know,
yeah.
whether or not she said it specifically, the story that was written made it sound like it was sexual assault. And I
Yeah.
could have sworn there was oral sex involved.
Oh, was there? Okay.
I'm trying to
that's a
fact
big
check.
thing. That's a big thing.
I'm trying to fact check right now,
Oh, okay.
and it's difficult to find.
Well, damn. That's
know
how
when.
long ago was this?
I mean, it was at the pinnacle of Me Too. A year and a half, 2 years ago.
Damn.
Something like that.
That's crazy, man. Wow. Well, you're right. I haven't seen him in a lot.
No.
Yeah, I mean, ever since then, it was like,
Yeah.
So like, I'll give it to you again. So they went to his apartment after dinner. They had been texting for a while, right?
Mm-hmm.
They kissed. He performed oral sex on her. He asked her to do the same. She briefly did. And then she says she would try to move away from him and used verbal and nonverbal cues to show she was uncomfortable. She eventually says she's going to call a car. At that point, he stops and says, "Okay, I'll call you an Uber."
so it sounds just like a horribly awkward.
That's a very weird situation.
It's
Yeah.
a really bad sexual experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Don't
mean,
get me
it was
wrong.
just the bad sex, I guess. Yeah.
And it leaves you feeling ugly.
Yeah.
I get
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
But is it sexual assault with the lines of like Weinstein and I don't even know Me Too guys are.
It doesn't sound
It's
like
mainly
it doesn't.
Weinstein.
Yeah, it's mainly
or
Weinstein.
Cosby or
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
like
Cosby
that.
or what's it? Kevin Spacey.
Yeah.
You know.
Kevin Spacey.
It doesn't sound
Is it-
forced or anything. It just sounds like, hey, like before we actually have sex, it just seems like we're not gonna have great sex. So like, let's just not.
It
do
sounds like bad communication.
Yeah.
yeah.
Um,
And maybe for I don't know. Maybe for her, she was like, "Wow, he's like some celebrity. How do I say like I don't want to fuck you? Like you know,
Yeah.
that's possible. I don't know. You know, like
that's possible. But I mean, the point is like they were already in the thing. Like he had
Yeah.
already performed oral on
yeah,
her. And so at that point, like it's not understood. There's not like a transaction thing going on here, but like there's context here, you know.
Yeah.
yeah.
He's not pulling out his dick like
Louis C.K.
Yeah, and
Lucy K.
Yeah.
You know, just randomly.
Yeah.
So I think it was like a really fucked up situation that happens a lot. You know, I mean,
Oh, yeah.
this miscommunication stuff happens a lot, and he just got caught up in that whirlwind, and I don't think he'll ever recover.
No.
No,
Yeah.
this sounds pretty like bad. It sucks, but It's out there, the story. So
Okay. So we've gone all over the place.
Yeah.
We have made up for missing the last month.
Yeah.
oh shit.
Thank you guys for listening. We are 4 Idiots in the Movie. Memo, Adrian, Nick, Jojo.
Yo,
Hopefully
yo.
next time you have a webcam.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, dude. We need to get your coordination in order and everything, dude.
I know.
Yeah.
I gotta.
I'm not entirely sure what we're doing next, but we'll figure that out.
No.
We'll figure it out.
You know, because I was trying to see. I was gonna go to the movies, and I was like, "There's not really anything
There's not
that I kind of want to go watch right now."
But we'll figure it out. We have streaming this month, December, Monday, Wednesday, Fridays.
Hey,
Winterpalooza.
Monday and Wednesdays are in the mornings, right, Mamo?
Yes.
And it's just you?
Yes, for the most part, yes. Unless Jojo gets his VR, then
Yeah.
we'll be doing VR. On
Yeah.
Wednesday.
If I get my VR headset this Wednesday, I'll definitely
Ooh.
join. I might get it later on in the
VR
day.
porn with both of you guys? Awesome.
oh,
That would be an experience.
We're probably gonna do VR chat if we both get it.
Yeah.
So that should be fun.
Yeah.
Winterpalooza, December 12th. Like Horrorpalooza, but for the winter.
for winter.
It's multiple bands live for charity. The Marine Toys for Tots.
Oh, nice.
So come join, have some fun, donate, eat some grub that you provide, and listen to some good music.
Hey, Memo, are you gonna wear like Santa hats when you stream and stuff, dude?
We could.
Memo's face is like,
It's because Memo doesn't believe in Santa.
hey, I know he
How
doesn't.
dare you, dude?
It's fucked up, bro.
Santa, I don't believe in God. I don't believe in myself. You know?
Dude, it's because he is Santa. He got himself a PS5. He's like, I don't need Santa.
Yeah.
And innocuous.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, who needs Santa
Guys,
when I can get it myself?
I'm poor right now. Please donate.
What? He just bought a PS5. Like,
Yeah, that's why I'm poor.
I know. That's funny, bro.
Yeah,
You could always sell it to me.
anyways, but we have all this interesting stuff coming up, so make sure you stay tuned to Weird Fish Productions on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, Pornhub, OnlyFans, anywhere.
Hey, Pornhub, sponsor us, dude, please.
I wish Pornhub would sponsor us, dude. I'd
Oh
jump
my
on that.
gosh, we'll sponsor you so hard.
And yeah, make sure to click that like button. I have to say that now. Click that like button, subscribe, share. If you're on Spotify or whatever you listen to your podcast on, make sure to follow as well.
Yeah.
And sub. I don't know what it's called on the specific platforms, but yeah, just stay tuned. We have a lot of cool stuff. That's about it. Go watch Adrian's film.
Yeah.
Hey, watch my film, dude. I made a
Yeah,
film. It's
it was
called
great.
The Big Break.
Yeah.
It was fun to make. It's in black and white. It's fun.
Hell yeah, dude.
Ooh, like the Mank.
Get you ready for Mank.
Yeah, I know, right? Oh, dude. I kind of really want to go watch that now. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah. All right. Thank you guys for listening. We'll see you next week or in 2 weeks. We'll figure it out.
Or in 4 weeks.
See y'all.
No,
Bye.
definitely 2 weeks.
Follow our socials to find out.